VBScript is Microsoft's dialect of the ECMAScript standard that is used in Microsoft's Internet Explorer. Script is implemented as an active scripting engine. This means that it can be plugged into OLE Automation applications that support active scripting, such as Internet Explorer, Active Server Pages, and Windows Script Host. It also means such applications can use multiple active scripting languages, for example, Script, VBScript or PerlScript. Script was first supported in the Internet Explorer 3.0 browser released in August 1996. Its most recent version is Script 9.0, included in Internet Explorer 9. Script 10.0 is a separate dialect, also known as Script.NET, which adds several new features from the abandoned 4th edition of the ECMAScript standard. It must be compiled for .NET Framework version 2 or version 4, but static type annotations are optional. Comparison to JavaScript, as explained by JavaScript guru Douglas Crockford in his talk titled The JavaScript Programming Language on UI Theater. Microsoft did not want to deal with Sun Microsystems about the trademark issue, and so they called their implementation Script. A lot of people think that Script and JavaScript are different but similar languages. That's not the case. They are just different names for the same language, and the reason the names are different was to get around trademark issues. Script supports conditional compilation, which allows a programmer to selectively execute code within block comments. This is an extension to the ECMAScript standard that is not supported in other JavaScript implementations. Versions =script =, the original script is an active scripting engine. Like other active scripting languages, it is built on the OLE Automation platform and provides scripting capabilities to host applications. This is the version used when hosting script inside a web page displayed by Internet Explorer, in an HTML application, in Classic ASP, in Windows Script host scripts and several other automation environments. Script is sometimes referred to as Classic Script, or Active Scripting Script to differentiate it from newer .NET-based versions. Some versions of Script are available for multiple versions of Internet Explorer and Windows. For example, Script 5.7 was introduced with Internet Explorer 7.0 and is also installed for Internet Explorer 6.0 with Windows XP Service Pack 3, while Script 5.8 was introduced with Internet Explorer 8.0 and is also installed with Internet Explorer 6.0 on Windows Mobile 6.5. Microsoft's implementation of ECMAScript 5th edition in Windows 8 Consumer Preview is called JavaScript, and the corresponding Visual Studio 11 Express Beta includes a completely new full-featured JavaScript editor with IntelliSense enhancements for HTML5 and ECMAScript 5 syntax, OEVSDOC annotations for multiple overloads, simplified DOM configuration, brace matching, collapsible outlining and a go to definition Script is also available on Windows CE. The Windows CE version lacks active debugging. Script.NET Script.NET is a Microsoft.NET implementation of Script. It is a CLS language and thus inherits very powerful features, but lacks many features of the original Script language, making it inappropriate for many scripting scenarios. Script.NET can be used for ASP.NET pages and for complete .NET applications, but the lack of support for this language in Microsoft Visual Studio place it more as an upgrade path for classic ASP using Classic Script than as a new first-class language. Script.NET is not supported in the .NET Compact framework. Note: Script.NET versions are not related to Classic Script versions. Script.NET is a separate product. Even though Script.NET is not supported within the Visual Studio IDE, its versions are in sync with other .NET languages versions that follows their corresponding Visual Studio versions. .NET Framework 3.0 and 3.5 are built on top of 2.0 and do not include the newer Script.NET release. Source: file version of JScript.NET compiler and Microsoft Script DLL installed with .NET Framework. See also, Scripting code, Windows Script file, Windows Script host. Notes. References. External links, script documentation in the MSDN library, Script 5.7 release notes, Script.NET documentation in the MSDN library, Script blog, JavaScript, Script, ECMAScript version history, JPack, a fully customizable script library.